Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be a monthly update for Pan in Every Palette. I've been doing this project for a little shy of forever, but I've been having a lot of fun. It was originally created by Lady Pansalot over on Instagram and it is a large group collab. So I will have everybody listed down below that either is doing it or has done it. And you could check them out and follow some other project panners if you like this sort of thing. If you're doing this project and your name's not on the list, let me know and I'll add your name so others can follow you as well. Let's face it, that is what makes this community so amazing. So I am working on 4 palettes at a time. Usually when I roll them in, they've basically never been touched or maybe they've been used a handful of times. I use them with the goal of hitting pan on one shade in that palette, and when I do that, it rolls out and something new rolls in. It's a slow going project, and this month is a frustrating month for me. Let me start with the one that just, I'm so frustrated by. It is this guy right here. This is my Yes Please palette from Colourpop. I've been working on this shade so hard, and I had a huge dip in this pan at last month's update. Let me show you what it looks like right now. The yellow one is the one I'm trying to hit pan on. Look at that, you guys. I have been working so hard on this pan over the past month. This look that I have on right now has been on repeat for a big chunk of the month. I really like this look, so I don't mind it, but I was kind of hoping that my hard work would pay off today. In fact, as of last month's update, I actually thought I'd be hitting pan on this shortly after that update, and I would have a whole month to play around with one less shadow before I had to roll in something new. And I worked on this all through the month, and every day I used this shadow. I thought, today's the day I'm gonna hit pan, and it didn't happen. I even postponed filming this update one day so that I could see if I could hit pan today, and I didn't. So yeah, still no pan. I did manage to use this shade 14 times in the past month, so I used this in about half of my eye looks over the past month, which is great, but I have other transition shades that weren't getting used while I was working on this one. That's the problem with having too many eyeshadows. I was also really excited about rolling in a new palette. I've been craving duochromes, and there's a palette that I would love to have rolled in today, and that's not going to happen because of this guy. I did not hit pan. So leave a comment down below and let me know which palette you think it is that I was going to roll in, and hopefully you will find out if you are right next month, because I better have pan on this by next month. I'm gonna be really mad if I don't. Basically, I'm gonna keep doing this eye look every day until I hit pan. I'm getting a lot of good use out of the coral shade from my Pan That palette and the lightest of the shimmery pinks from my Pan That palette. So those two shadows are in this look as well. So I'm still working on my Pan That palette while trying to hit pan on this. But yeah. I also have on the gold liquid luster drops from Lorac that are in my Project 10 uses. So I'm really enjoying that in combination with all of these shadows, but no pan. 14 uses, no pan. If it happens tomorrow, you know I'm gonna be raging. I'm gonna just like freak out. The other palette that I've used a ton over the past month is my face palette. I am using this to set my under eye concealer every single day. I've used it, I have 26 uses marked on my, tally sheet. I'm surprised it's not like 30, but I have 26 uses marked. That's still really good. That being said, these pans still look brand new. I mean, there is not much progress to talk about. Maybe the slightest of dips forming in the center of the pans. The shades I'm using are these two right here. I do one swipe with my brush in each pan and tap it on my under eyes after I apply concealer. I don't have much to say about this palette. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It was kind of hard to come down from using an Hourglass powder for the same job to switch to this, but I have found a way to make it work. I still would prefer the Hourglass powder over this. And I gotta ask you guys, how do you guys feel about this brand now that it's not Kat Von D, it's KVD Vegan? I feel like people are warming up to it again, and I don't know if I'm there yet. Like, I never was a big supporter of this brand before the drama. It wasn't available at Ulta, and Ulta is my main place to shop for makeup. So for that reason, and just generally not being that invested in her products, I don't have very many Kat Von D products to begin with. But even now, I don't know. Bless you. I don't know. What's your opinion now that it's KVD Vegan? I want to know. So, yeah, this is going to stay in for several more months. I was chatting with somebody on Instagram yesterday who said that they've been working on this for a year and they've only hit one pan. So, yikes. That's kind of scary. But I did get 26 more uses out of it in the past month. Okay, the last two palettes are the big losers of the month. I'm still working on My La Vie and Rose from Pat McGrath. I only used it once in the past month, so nothing to really talk about there. And then I have my ABH Subculture palette, which I did use a couple of times. What do my notes say? I used New Wave twice, and I used Axis and Electric twice as well. Axis and Electric I paired together in a look using the bright green from the Zulu palette that was in a project in my Deck of Panning project, and I really liked that look. It was a little bit over the top, but I liked it, and I felt like the three shadows worked together really nicely. But I'm not working on that green shadow from the Zulu palette anymore. And then this New Wave, I have really enjoyed pairing with bronzy looks. So whenever I do like a really browny, bronzy, shimmery eyelid, I like to throw this in the crease. But yeah. So basically I use this palette a total of 4 times, even though I have 2 uses, 2 uses, 2 uses. As of right now, I kind of feel like my best bet for hitting pan is New Wave. I don't know, that could change. Maybe I'll start making some real progress with Electric. I did have somebody tell me in a comment, if I used a shadow in this palette for 30 days straight, I would definitely have pan. And I'm tempted to challenge myself to do that and see if that is the case. Because we all know, if I can defy the logic of panning, I will. But yeah, I used this palette a couple times and got a few uses in, and I enjoyed it. So needless to say, I am super disappointed that I did not hit pan in anything this month, and that the palette I was really hoping to roll in will not be rolling in. I do hope this month I will hit pan on that yellow shade sooner, early in the month, and then I could start working on some other shadows that I would use as a transition shade, whether it's New Wave or the peach from my Pan That palette that's basically been getting ignored for about half the month, or the lightest shade in the duo that is my Baby Pan That palette. There are transition shades that I really could be making some good progress on once I hit pan on this yellow. But until I hit pan on that yellow, you're gonna be seeing this look a lot, because I really like this look and I like the way I'm incorporating the coral, and it just feels very springy. So I've been doing this look a lot. All right, guys, that is it for this update. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.